Hauna mnyakoto muda. Labana. Ene kupa ukise wiki yaka.
Shocking scenes of what happened when so-called prophet or Pastor Mboro went to a school and, as you saw in the previous video, did what he did. And the day after that, his church was burned down. Communities, kids were seen around, and the tent that hosted his church was then burned down. Video was supplied. We went to school with pangas, machine guns, and the following day, community took action and burned down. The video you're seeing is the church burning down, as you can see. Now, when we look at the story, this is the relative that shares what led to the fight over Mboro's grandchildren. So we've come to understand that it was actually a fight for grandchildren. And it says a grandmother of the children who were seen crying hysterically in a video when Pastor Mboro and others forcefully took them from school while brandishing pangas in one of the people who have been arrested together with the controversial pastor. This was revealed by a relative of the children's mother on Thursday morning at the Palm Ridge Magistrate Court ahead of the appearance of Pastor Mboro, the grandmother, and 3 others. There was heavy police presence at the court on Thursday in anticipating a large crowd of Pastor Mboro supporters who are members of his Incredible Happenings Church, which school children raised on Tuesday. That was the fire that you saw. Police had also brought a nyala and parked it in front of the court. 3 men armed with pangas and 1 with a rifle forcibly took 2 pupils from school in Katlehong. Gauteng MEC for Education said the thugs must be found. Now, this is absolutely shocking because you never expect these things to actually happen. And here the 4 suspects were in court and we saw all of this happening. Now, I think what is shocking me more is the fact that this is children. So 4 of the 5 suspects were arrested in connection with violence and they appeared in court. The maternal family of the 2 children of the pastor, they called their immediate return. A video circulating on social media shows the pastor and 2 others using weapons, including pangas and a gun, to threaten teachers at school. A family member of the children has told SABC News outside court that this is not the first time the pastor has threatened them with a panga. The family member also says that children's maternal grandmother and uncle are among those arrested. So this is a very concerning story, and I'll tell you what the biggest concern about this is that many a times this is caught on camera and it never trends. It's done by people that might not be famous and people tend to forget about it. This is not a once-off thing. It's a big problem in South Africa. Femicide, rape, murder. These are huge issues in our country. We have one of the highest murder rates in our country. Violence is something that people in our country take into their own hands. And the reason it is so is because we don't have a police force that prioritizes dealing with crime. We have a police force that is not prioritizing eradicating crime. And that's the reason why people feel that they would do something like this. I mean, you look at any other country where a person understands that if I had to do 1, 2, 3 actions, there will be repercussions. You look at South Africa, you find that these actions happen, total outrage is out there, and yet a few days afterwards, you find that things are back to normal or the person is seen. And I think this time around, it was different because the community actually went forth and burned down the church of Pastor Mboro who did this. But my concern remains to say, why is our police force not sending the right message when it comes to violent crimes? There are countries like El Salvador that have faced violent crimes and fixed it because of what has happened. So this for me is a major concern. And something else that has come out as well is Miss South Africa. There seems to be some contention there. And I tried to understand.
Operation Dudula leader Zandile Dabuza says 23-year-old Chidima Adetshina doesn't represent the country but her Nigerian roots. She says if Adetshina wins the Miss South Africa 2024 crown, it will be heading to Nigeria for celebrations. This has caused mount from some quarters for Adetshina to withdraw from the pageant for being born of a Nigerian father.
I must say that the danger part of this is that it starts here with pigeons. The next thing, it means South Africa will be having a president by the surname of Okonkwo. There's nothing, we are not against Africans, but we are against the legalities that is happening here in our country. But this is the danger. If you look at the arrogance of the Nigerians, it already tells you what's to happen after this lady wins this crown. But yes, fact is she is a South African as per the Department of the Home Affairs. I hope that has been thoroughly checked. But I'm still saying that this lady will not be representing South Africans. This lady will not be taking this crown and, basing it here in South Africa. It will definitely be a crown of Nigerians. And we don't hate them, but we are saying that this is our pride as South Africans. She needed to be a proudly South African, but she is currently not showing that. She is showing of being a proudly Nigerian, and this is definitely pride.
Now, the law, not Home Affairs, determines her status. That's what an immigration lawyer is saying. And the storm is brewing over nationality of the Miss South Africa contestant. An immigration attorney says the law and not Home Affairs determines the status. The 23-year-old finalist is said to be a Nigerian and Mozambican heritage, but born in South Africa to parents who both have South African residency status. And the Home Affairs minister has also come out to say this, and I see a lot of people are talking about this. It's been spoken about a lot on social media, and people have asked me to say, what are your thoughts? What are you saying about this? And I think for me, looking at how the Home Affairs Minister has tweeted, he said that the Department of Home Affairs yesterday received an official request from the organizers of Miss South Africa to inquire into the citizenship of a contestant in an upcoming event. The request included consent from affected individuals. On the basis of this voluntary request and the required consent, we are working to verify and compile the required information. Prior to the request, the department had not received any complaint about the matter. In all that we do, we are guided by the rule of law. If transgressions are found in the case, they will be handled in strict accordance with legal prescripts. If not, we accordingly inform the requesters. We'll also keep the public informed on the outcome of the assessment, cleaning up Home Affairs to enable it to play its rightful role in national security and economic growth is an enormous task that will require collaboration with the public. I urge anyone with evidence to come through. Now, for me, my thoughts regarding this have always been one, to say it's quite important for us to understand the South African law firstly on how does a citizen become a citizen of our nation. If you're an outsider and you come to South Africa, how do you become a citizen of South Africa. Now, there is a clause, and I'm not a lawyer, that explains that if you are born in South Africa, you automatically become a citizen. And I feel that the big contention around what people are saying is people are saying that just because you were born here, does that mean that you are South African? And I think that's really the bone of contention, where people are saying that they are tired of people coming into South Africa illegally. And when they have children, they automatically the children become South Africans, and the parents also then become South Africans. Whereas you find in other countries that the way that you become a citizen is different. In some of the countries, you're expected to pay to become a citizen. We know in the US, to become a citizen is a very heavy process. You get a green card. Those that know it would say that you have to jump many hurdles to become a citizen, even in the UK and many other parts of the world. And there are also people that are saying, but if we're really Pan-Africanist, we shouldn't really care about borders and these things. And I think that's where the contention happens. Now, my thoughts regarding the situation is that it's important that we deal with these issues and we decide from a policy perspective, what should the law in South Africa say? And I think that's where we're unclear, because when what we're hearing from ministers and what we're hearing from people out there in the media does not necessarily come down to what the rule of law is. And that's what people are really saying, to say, should the laws be changed? Should they be monitored? Should they be enforced? What should happen? How does a South African become a South African? And I think that's the conversation that it really comes to. I mean, I saw a tweet by somebody that I know, and she said in a tweet, she said, imagine a white man that came by ship telling a black person that they are not a citizen of South Africa. And she was referring to the Minister of Home Affairs. And I looked at that tweet and I thought, here's something to think about. To say, when it comes to citizenship, are we backdating? Are we looking forward? What are the rules? What should be our perspective? And what should be our angle regarding this? And I want you to let me know in the comment section, because this is an open discussion that I want to know from you. What are you saying? And maybe let's put it to a vote. Those that are saying that she should not be participating in the pageant, please type in the comment section, she should be banned. You can put her name there. She should be banned. And those that are saying, no, she should participate in the pageant, please type, she should not be banned. Let's have a look at what the votes actually come up to. Now, we've got some very sad news, but you know, when I watched this video, my heart truly smiled, because it's a legend. Mam Connie in South Africa is truly a legend. She's done so well.
The mining tribe will not challenge today.
Is there any member of a royal blood?
Wakey, wakey. Vuka, ntombazana. Let's go.
Are you going to come see me in my play?
When is your play?
Friday. I'm Mama Timba and you're going to sing for my wedding.
Mama Timba's getting
married tonight.
You see, I know the song. Yes, I'll come.
You pinky promise?
I promise.
You have to kiss it. Not like that, like this.
Show me. Okay. What? Son, you know, I'm too old to stand for a long time. My feet cannot carry me anymore. May I sit down, please?
Please, Daddy.
Fine. You sit.
Now what do you want?
I want the throne.
Hey, you, the tuna.
Y'all sitting up here comfortable.
Ungubani, Indingu Njadaka, Unyanaka Njobu.
Huh? Unyana kantobu.
They used to tell me, look up at the stars. It's been a long time.
Kulungile. It is well.
Rest in peace to the Black Panther actress Connie. She passed on at the age of 72 and truly a South African legend. I believe she inspired many of us, and I believe that she truly lived a life of much success and a reminder to say South Africans are very talented people, and we grace the biggest and best stages in the world, and we do so well in all of them. So indeed, rest in peace to a legend, a hero, and we definitely salute her. Now, those of you that have been subscribing to the Best Finance Show, thank you so much. And those of you that haven't, I've got a channel called the Best Finance Show where we do what we do here, but we don't do it on current affairs and politics. We do it on finance. So we teach you as much as we can on finance, how you can become your financial best. So give it a follow. It's called the Best Finance Show, and we try and do that. Now, I want to thank each and every one of you that have subscribed to the channel. Many of you are not subscribed to the channel. We check the numbers. We hit very high numbers, but you're not subscribing. Please do me a favor. Click on the subscribe button and click on the notifications tab so that you are notified every time that we release a video. And thank you so much for joining us today, and see you soon when we discuss the current happenings of South Africa. Thank you.